Yo, it's your boy Millie95 here again with another video. Today we're gonna go over my battles in the Element Cup. I went with the team of Vulpix, Bulbasaur, and Ducklet in the back. No special charge moves or anything, but I did invest in giving them all the second charge move. So here we're gonna start off with the Vulpix, and they start off with a Slowpoke, which is not very good for us because he's water typing and we're fire. So I went for a body slam and he decides to shield that up, and he goes ahead and goes for his psychic move, and I also went ahead and shielded that up because it was going to be pretty powerful. And then I get to another body slam, he shields that one up as well, and we don't have enough energy, so we're going to go ahead and go down here. We're going to come in with this Bulbasaur, and I'm going to go ahead and shield this energy he's about to throw at us because Bulbasaur is going to be very weak to Psychic. So I went ahead and shielded that, and that was a good call there. So we take him out, and we're going to see what his next Pokemon is. He brings out a Ducklet, which is not very good because he's got a fast attack of Flying type, which is very strong against our grass. We're going to go ahead and go for C-Bomb because Ducklet is also water typing, so it's going to do some type of damage here. He just has to use his last shield here. So then we go down with our Bulbasaur and we bring in our own Ducklet. We go ahead and go for the Flying type move here, and it does decent damage, but he's already got energy as well, and we're out of shield, so we're just gonna have to let this go through. This was our first set in the Element Cup, so I was still kind of learning what I really wanted to use. I did stick to this team though, however, and it got me quite a few wins here. If anything, I did change out the Vulpix with the Chimchar every now and then, but other than that, I kept the team pretty much the same. I would just swap out leads here and there. So his Chimchar took down our Ducklet, so we only have Bulbasaur left. If Bulbasaur would have had a little bit more health, we might have been able to win this one, but he also didn't have enough energy, so Chimchar was able to get to that Bubble Beam before we were able to get to our C-Bomb, and we go down here. So that was game 1. GG, on to the next one. So here's battle number 2, and we start off with the Vulpix. He starts off with the Chimchar, and now that I look at this video, I don't know why when I get to this charge move I go for the Fire Weather Ball. I should have gone for the Body Slam here because he's a water typing, so the Weather Ball is not going to do very much damage. He lets it go through and it doesn't do very much damage. He gets to his Bubble Beam, and I kind of had a feeling it was going to be Bubble Beam, so I went ahead and shielded that up, and it was very effective. So he gets to his second Bubble Beam here, but we do a good job of swapping into the Bulbasaur before he gets his off, and we're able to catch that Bubble Beam with our Bulbasaur. So here it's Chimchar versus Bulbasaur, which is not a good look for him, so he goes ahead and swaps into his Vulpix. Now we're not looking so great. So we get to this charge move, and I'm going to go for the Poison, so it'll do some decent amount of damage to the Vulpix. And I guess he thought we were going to use C-Bomb and lets it go through, and like I said, it did pretty good damage. He uses a charge move right before Bulbasaur goes down. I guess he was afraid that we'd make it to another charge move. And I don't see the point of using my shield, so I'm just going to let it go through and let Bulbasaur go down. We're going to go ahead and use our Vulpix, come in here, get a little energy, and then we're going to go ahead and go for this Body Slam to take out his Vulpix. And we're going to see what he brings out next. I believe he decides to come out with the Chimchar he was using earlier, and he does. So we're going to do the right move this time and use our Body Slam on him instead of the Fire Weather Ball. I think he decides to shield this one up, yeah, and he's able to get to his charge move with the Bubble Beam. So we're going to go ahead and shield that up because it's going to be super effective to us. So once he gets off this Bubble Beam, I believe we're going to swap here. We swap into the Ducklet to go ahead and start getting more energy, and coming to find out he's got a Ducklet in the last slot as well. So we're already ahead by some energy here. So we're going to go for the Aerial Ace, and he uses his last shield there, so that's good for us. And he's able to get to his charge move, and I believe he uses Brave Bird. It's a very strong charge attack, but I personally don't like using it because you do get a debuff when you do use that. So due to that, our Vulpix is able to come in here and do some decent damage, and we get to our charge move before he's able to get to his charge move. And then he doesn't have any shields, so that should be enough to take him out. So GG, on to the next one. So in this set, we're now 1-1, so we can start battle number 3 here. In this battle here, we start off with Bulbasaur in the first spot. They start off with a Slowpoke, just not looking too good because that psychic power is really hitting us hard. So I don't know why he swapped out to the Vulpix, but he did. So we swap out to our own Vulpix. Should have gone with the Ducklet, but I was just panicking and I went with Vulpix. He gets to his charge move first and he uses Flame Charge. It does a decent amount of damage, plus he got a buff on his Vulpix now. We're going to go ahead and go for this charge move. We're going to go for Body Slam. Let's see if he decides to shield this. He does charge that one, so that's one shield down. So we're going to go with a back and forth battle here. I believe we get to our charge move first. And once again, we're going to go for this Body Slam. And I don't know if at this point he wants to invest both shields. Yep, he just lets it go through and that takes down his Vulpix. So now we're going to see what he brings out here. I think he decides to come out with a Slowpoke here. And yeah, he does. And since Vulpix is very weak, he just goes down immediately. We're going to come in here with our Bulbasaur, who already has a little bit of energy, and go ahead and use the Seed Bomb on him. If he lets it go through, it'll be pretty effective. So I think he's going to go ahead and burn his second shield here. Yep. So he's out of shields now, but our Bulbasaur is very weak to that Psychic. So we're going to go down. All we have left is our Ducklet. So we're going to go in here and try to finish off his Slowpoke and see what his last Pokemon is. Hopefully it's not something strong. He's going to get to hit his charge move, so we're going to go ahead and use our shield here because his move here is going to be doing some serious damage. We get to our charge move, we're going to use Aerial Ace. He's out of shields, so he's going to go down here. So now we're going to see what his last Pokemon is going to be after we take that down. He brings out his own Ducklet. We have the upper hand right here. He might have more health than us, but we have a shield and we have more energy, so we're going to go for our charge move here, Aerial Ace. He's got no shield, so he's going to go through. He's going to go for his charge move, but like I said, we have a shield, so we're going to go ahead and use that. So we'll be able to block that, and then we're going to be able to get to our next Aerial Ace here, and that should be enough to take him out. That's 2 wins now, and 1 loss. So on to the next one. If you enjoy these battles, make sure to drop a like, comment, and or subscribe for more future videos. Thank you. Alright, so this is battle number 4. We're going to start off with the Bulbasaur, and he's going to start off with Ducklet. I don't like this matchup very well because Ducklet's got that flying attack, got the fast move. So we're just going to go in here and go ahead and swap to our Vulpix. I chose Vulpix because the Ducklet and the Bulbasaur should be able to deal with any grass types anyway. So with the Vulpix, I'm going to have to shield up this first charge move that he's going to throw at us. I believe it's going to be a Bubble Beam, and it is. And then he's going to go ahead and use another one. And I have no choice but to go ahead and shield again. I don't want to get hit with that Bubble Beam. So then we get to our charge move. But when we get to our charge move, he goes ahead and swaps into his next Pokemon. We're going to go for this Body Slam, and he goes ahead and uses one of his shields. So that's one less we have to worry about. We get to another charge move, so we're going to go ahead and use his Fire Weather Ball. And he decides to let this one go through, and it does okay damage. So we'll go back at it again. And it seems like it's taking him a while to get his charge off. So we're able to get to another charge move. And we're going to go for another Fire Weather Ball here. See if he wants to shield, and he does. So that burns 2 of his shields, so that's good for us. He finally gets to his charge move. And we're just going to go ahead and let this go through here because we don't have any shields. Goes for Ancient Power, takes us down. I'm going to come in here with our Ducklet, and then I'm just going to try and use my fast attacks on him and try to get my charge up. Just because it took him a while to get Ancient Power anyway, so I feel like we're going to be able to take him down. There we go. So on to this next Pokemon that he brings out here. His last Pokemon is a Ducklet of his own, but we have a lot of energy saved up, so I think we should come out on top on this one. We're going to go ahead and go for this charge move, Aerial Ace, and that'll bring him down about half damage. And then we'll be able to use our second charge move already. We're going to go for this Aerial Ace again because he doesn't have any shields, so they're both going to go through. And that should take care of this Ducklet. His last Pokemon he brings out here is going to be a Lotad. So he's going to take down our Ducklet, having that grass fast attack. We're going to come in here with Bulbasaur, and Bulbasaur is going to do a lot of damage because he's a water type as well. We're going to go for this charge move, and that should be enough to finish him off. So that's battle number 4. 3 wins, 1 loss. On to the next one. So here's battle number 5. We're going to start off with a Bulbasaur, and they're going to start off with a Ducklet. Like I said earlier, I don't like this matchup. I'm going to go ahead and swap out to Vulpix. As soon as we swap out, he's going to swap out to his Seal as well. And that's okay for us because his Seal has the fast attack Ice on it. So it's not going to do very much damage to us. Plus we have Body Slam to go with. I made a mistake by using the weather ball here, but just has a charge. Like I said, doesn't do very much damage. And he uses his charge move when I decided to shield this up just in case it's a water type move. And it does end up being a water type move, so that was a good call. We'll get to another charge move, and this time I make the right call by going with the body slam. Let's see if he decides to shield this one up this time. And I think he does, yeah. So he burns one of his shield. He's got one left. He gets to his charge move again. We have one left too, but I can't let him hit me with this water type move, so I'm gonna go ahead and shield that up. And once again, it was a good call. So here I'm trying to get to my charge move again, try to hit him with it, and they can burn either his last shield or take him down. So he decides to use his last shield here, which is good. That means he used both of his shields now. After he uses charge move, I'm gonna go ahead and swap out Bulbasaur. He's gonna swap out to his Ducklet, which already has energy. He's gonna go for that charge move. We don't have any shields, so we're gonna go down with Aerial Ace being very effective. We're gonna come in here with our next Pokemon. And I believe we're gonna go in with the Vulpix since he already has some energy saved up. That way we can at least hit him with one charge move before we go down. And that'll bring his health pretty low. So he doesn't have any shields, so it's gonna go through. And not only did we lower his health, but he goes ahead and uses his charge move. So he spent that energy on this Pokemon, so the next one he won't have any energy, and we'll be able to farm our energy up to use for the next Pokemon that he brings out. He decides to bring out the Seal, and it's okay. We're just gonna go ahead and use our Aerial Ace on it as soon as it comes out, and there it is. So this Aerial Ace will be enough to take it down because, like I said, it has no shields. His last Pokemon we haven't seen yet, so let's see what it brings out. Hopefully it's weak to our typing. He brings out an Oddish, which is fantastic for us because we'll be able to hit him with his Aerial Ace and practically you can go ahead and put him down here. GG, we went on a 4-1 run, so on to the boards. I've also made a TikTok for the channel at 1,000,095. You'll be able to get up to date when I'm going to be posting. Thank you for watching.
We got the Regigigas, let's go!